But I mean, dude, what a way to rip through the bracket.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I don't even want to fuck around with these games.
No, I
Like, and
know.
how long this could take. Like, I'm gonna cannon rush my way to the finals, and then I'll deal with it, you know? Like,
Yeah, for the record, because I know they're in here watching, I have no problem with someone cannon rushing all the time. Like, I just want to throw that out there, right? Like, I have no problem with it. It just fucks up the bracket as, like, the bracket admin or whatever. But no hate here, dude. If that's how you got to do it, that's how you got to do it, man. Estinio.
Yep, there you go. I was gonna go for it, man.
Oh, sorry. Just out here. Yeah, I'm amped, dude. I got an energy drink and I'm slamming it, so I'm starting to feel like giggle. Nah, I'm kidding. But let's get into this real quick.
Yeah.
Our blue Zerg player in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, be sure to show him some love because he is the sponsor of the Nydus. It is Pinecone.
I mean, dude sponsors it, he plays in it. What more could you ask for, dude? But he's going up against the Red Terran today in the bottom right of Newkirk. It is JackaL. And I believe in Twitch, you'll see him in chat. He's JackaL Strategy, so make sure to say hi to him too.
Yeah.
And cheer him on as well. Let us know. I know you guys betting is open and whatnot, but let us know in chat who you guys want to win. See the series between Zerg and Terran, man.
Yeah, let me take that back. I just wanted to hype him up as the sponsor. I'm not trying to hype him up in the series. Like, I'm not biased at all. Like, if he gets crushed, he gets crushed. But the man is spending his hard-earned money on StarCraft. I think that's definitely worth throwing into the introduction. So
that's funny. Like, we're paid. The guy sponsors it, just like, all hail Pinecone Overlord. You know, like the dude will win every game.
Even when he loses, we just advance him through the bracket. Like, no, what are you guys talking about? Like, I don't know what you're. No.
For sure.
Kira says, my bad. No. I didn't even mean to, like, suggest that you did anything wrong. I know that's how you like to play, and honestly, I'm just jealous that I can't do it myself. It just makes the bracket weird. But no, you did nothing wrong. You don't need to feel bad about anything, dude.
Guys,
shit.
all this guy does in 3v3s is cannon rush. Like,
I
don't, like, here it is.
Aww.
Don't even let him make you feel bad because, like, all he
shit.
does is cannon rush, dude.
Shots fired. I was hoping I wasn't going to get called out for that, but
he loves it. No, it was only because you went into this long tirade of, like, no, man, it's okay. I think everybody's, it's like, yeah, you obviously think it's equal.
Yeah. No, I'm a pretty cheesy bastard in team games. I'm not going to lie to you guys, dude. I think everyone is in team games, though. Like, can't we get a break? If I did that in 1v1, like, that's one. No, I'm kidding. But no, Kira, we don't care, man. Kira's participated in so much of the Nydus stuff. I dare say they're basically a Nydus veteran at this point. Like, no hard feelings, dude. We're just making banter while we have downtime. Like, don't take any stock into our bullshit jokes, dude. You played very well. Not only tonight, but you fucking killed 3 people last night in the clan war. So, you got my love, man.
So we see Pinecone majoring some drones down here, going to be able to get his natural saturated. We'll have to keep an eye on when he decides to take a third, if at all. I know he's been pretty aggressive player before. I believe it was a him and Jake the Dog finals, if I'm not mistaken, a while ago. But anyways, I remember that being a very aggressive ZVZ series, whether or not it was the finals. Yeah. Overlord coming in here now, going to be able to get a scout that the barracks was lifted, switched off, likely. You know, I mean, whether or not he can read into the Hellions, we'll have to see.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people betting, but I don't know who's player A and who player B is. So let us know in chat vocally, like, who you guys are rooting for. I know we got a couple of fans for both players in here. Everyone better be a fan for both players, but Pinecone definitely, because he's... No, I'm just kidding. Like, now we're just going to swing it way harder.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, I'm kidding. I love JackaL too, dude. We've seen him so many times. I dare say they played in, like, a majority of the Nydus tournaments, if not all of them. So,
yep,
both.
Little background. Oh, I was just going to say about JackaL Strategy. He actually stopped by my personal stream one day, and he was asking, about it, man. And so, you know, I was like, hey, check it out, you know. And a lot of people, you'll tell them, hey, check it out, and they're like, yeah, you know, tournaments aren't really my thing, and I totally understand that, man. Yeah. But this guy was like, yeah, I'll check it out, and he's been here ever since. So
that's
props
really
to that
cool.
guy. Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely checking out the smaller channels on Twitch, and I love players that do that, you know?
I always feel awkward when I'm in a team game. Like, everyone I play is Diamond, so I'm like, do I just try to sell out to him, or are they going to fucking hate me because I'm, like, trying to talk to him in the middle of a game? And, like, I'm always really unsure of, like, how to approach that, but... If you guys know anyone who's diamond level and wants to play, definitely send them our way, dude. We love having new people, old returning players as well, because then you develop like storylines and stuff too. So it's pretty awesome either way, man. But yeah, JackaL's been out a lot.
I think everybody's favorite storyline and what we are all watching is Carter in the Nydus, man.
No, can we get a Carter check, by the way? Like, I'm not even joking right now. Please tell me that Carter's still in the tournament. In case you don't know, Our man Carter has participated in many tournaments, and he's... Oh, shit. Hold on. We got a bunch of Lings coming in here to the front, and there's really nothing to contest this so far. They're going to find a lot of damage on this SCV line. Yeah, the Hellions are completely across the map, so these Lings are going to just have their way. The one thing that he has going for him, though, is that he's going to knock down this third. So I guess it's tit for tat at this point. But if those punch through this wall up here, that's going to be disastrous.
Yeah, this is an interesting trade here. It's 10 SCVs, which is a lot of SCVs. That shouldn't be understated. But for the third base, and actually going to move up into the main, there are a lot of Ling Banes. So unfortunately, JackaL's going to have to spread his units in order to maximize his damage here. Okay, some Bane hits going down, more Banelings coming in. Unfortunately, he takes, trades on that. Going to have to back out, man. But tough spot for JackaL to be in.
Yeah, but he negated it a lot more damage than could have happened, I guess. You know what I mean?
Know,
like, that
right?
could have went really bad. And don't get me wrong, it kind of went bad, but I don't know. At least we're not staring at a score screen right now. Did he get the cancel?
No cancel. That's going to be, especially with this low econ game, super costly for him. Even more SCVs going down, man.
Yeah, and Pinecone down here just trying to get as much work as he can with these Lings. Even just these supply depots is pretty huge at this point, you know, just trying to supply block them. But the big story here is just shutting down that natural, man. Like, that's huge. Pinecone's already ripping on 3 bases now, so.
Yep, for sure, man.
And, you know, okay.
That trade earlier, was pretty even between JackaL and Pinecone, but with every little bit of damage, the supply depot going down just now, it's going to be a little too much. What's up?
Relgan says, I would love to play. I'm Diamond.
I know, right?
All right, so you can play, but you have to play mouse only and with an eye patch, dude. Just try to handicap you as much as possible, dude. Like, fuck all that.
I remember reading, dude, I was on like Wikipedia just cruising pages one night. By the way, we have some Lings moving up into the natural here. Doesn't look like with Hellbats they're going to be able to do too much damage. But I was cruising Wikipedia one night, and they used to have, like, in some Korean tournament, like a challenge where they would play foreigners, and like the Korean had to play like eating like ramen noodles with chopsticks and shit like that. Like, by the time the game ended,
on him too, or what?
Yeah, dude, some of them did it. Like, by the time the game ended, you had to have eaten an entire bowl of noodles with, like, chopsticks or whatever. And some of the people actually did the challenge. I was pretty impressed.
Oh, Carter thought we were hating on him. Dude, I say it out of love. You have made it further in Nyduses than any other person. So we're not hating on you when we say that. You've just never won. Like, because my story got cut off midway through, so I didn't get to throw him a bunch of love at the end. But it was coming, trust me. Carter's made it so far in every single Nydus that he's got to win one eventually. So that was kind of the meme that we were, like, alluding to earlier on. But it's all out of love, dude. I love the man.
So it looks like this queen positioning is fantastic from Pinecone. Liberator going to be able to get, at least one, but it will get out. But man, that queen acting as a sport car. I am a turret. Like,
okay, I want to address this question really quick. Astinio says, I'm Diamond 2 right now, but I was Masters 3 2 seasons ago. Do I still count as Diamond? Was 2 seasons ago inflation season? I don't mean any disrespect by that, but was that the season where everyone got promotions? If it was, we don't count that season. That was season 4 or 5? I think season 5. Fuck. I don't know. I'll check after this, dude. I'll get back to you with the set answer. Whisper the Nydus on Twitch to remind me, sir.
Even if, by the way, some damage, this Overload getting a nice scout on, but even if you aren't eligible for the Plat Diamond for whatever reason due to the season, do have a $200 open tournament coming up where, you can play as well. That's, as we said, totally open bracket. So,
yeah.
This is a very kind of interesting army out of JackaL, man. He's got Hellbats, he's got this Banshee Liberator, so he definitely has a pretty strong punch potential here.
Fucking Railgun says, I'm allowed to play if I go mouse only? Oh man, I feel like he'd still shit on people, dude.
I think so too.
Like, man. I don't think he needs a left hand to beat us. Sadly, like, the dude is that good. This is the last time I'll do this because he threw us a 50 viewer host. If you haven't followed the man Railgun right there, you probably should. He puts on an amazing high level Zerg stream. And he's like, his commentary is pretty much secondary to none, but the huge thing is he makes a lot of his own builds too. So, like, I don't know. It seems like I'm just kissing his ass at this point, but it really is that good of a stream.
So
the Banes, though.
Yeah, crashing in, and Terran will have some units left over, but these queens, I think, will be more than enough to shoo this army away from JackaL. The DPS is just too much. Man, queen army.
Yeah, man, that was good. And that Focus Fire, too, just made him even more deadly. He didn't even really need to transfuse that much, and he kind of shut that down. So, JackaL's starting to be in a little bit of a bad way just because of the econ at this point. It's 49 to 36. So, he's not out of it or anything, but, that has the ability to kind of spiral out of control here. Oh shit. Carter says this may have been my last one since I've considered just finishing his placement or promotion. Yeah, he's really, really close to Masters, I think. So
Yeah, dude, he's got to be getting there. That's always, as you said earlier, bittersweet. It's always, hype to get Masters, man. But it's sad to see people who aren't eligible. Oral Rock was a regular. Can't play
Ward,
anymore.
too?
Ward was a regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that guy was in almost every single one. Some Lings coming across now. These Hellbats are really nice, man.
yeah,
These
as soon as
Ling
he
run-bys.
as soon as he saw those Hellbats, he was like, "Nope, I'm out of here,
Yep.
dude."
Pinecone's definitely looking for damage, and those we saw early on in the game that Ling run by that took out like all the SCVs at the natural, like they can be devastating. But having some Hellbats on hand and choke points, man, can really help you out with those.
Yep, absolutely. But we're pretty much a Masters factory, dude. We've been cranking them out. Basically, here's how it goes: as long as you win the tournament, you get promoted to Masters, dude. That's twice. No, I'm serious though. Yeah, that's how it happened. Ward won it, dude's Masters. Orrock won it, dude's Masters. Like, I'm not saying there's a connection, but there's probably a connection. Yeah, that's all. No, I'm just fucking around though. But
so Astinio saying yes, it was the inflation season.
Okay.
MMR is 4,200-ish. Yeah, man, definitely check it out. Like you said, whisper the Nydus, and we'll vet you for sure and let you know if you can, if you're qualified or whatnot.
I didn't want to be a dick and say go read the rules, but technically, if you go read the rules, it'll tell you on there. But like that's kind of a douchebag way of answering. Like, oh, go read the rules, but you know what I mean. Like if you want verification, go check the Twitch sign up page, and there should be rules right there. But I'm pretty sure you're eligible, dude. It'd be cool to see you come play. And let us know if it's your first time through. We usually try to cast people their first time around. Dude, I'm so excited about what's going down right now. How many Overlords is that full? Dude,
I know, right? Dude, this is
God.
awesome. I love this type of stuff. It's a Doom drop, but from Zerg on Terran. Terran with the, really nice setup at the third base, but a kind of a mobile army. So this, particular position to drop in is fantastic, man.
Yeah, this is pretty hype, dude. I'm pretty excited that it's going down. And he has Thors, which would technically kind of shut this down rather easily, but they're a bit out of position. And as GIGGLEBEAR said, they're rather immobile, too. So it's going to take forever for them to get up here. Dude, this is so awesome, dude. The
moment is Terran where you shit your pants. You're just like, what the?
Oh, shit. The 7 Overlord drop, dude, all up in the main, completely wrecking that mineral line and making him call his mech up here. So I don't think this is necessarily game ending if he can come up here and shut this down, but it might get down to the natural, which would almost spell disaster, dude. That's already 12 SCVs going down, so
yeah.
What a move, though, dude. Like, when's the last time you saw a 7 Overlord drop?
It's been a while, man, and what I really like about it is that you don't get the sound that it makes from a Nydus. You don't get the time associated with the Nydus coming in. Those Overlords are kind of instantaneous, and he's going to be able to get these factories, shut down the Cyclones, at least this particular one. This Liberator will get to work, but it just doesn't have the DPS to really stop this army in its tracks.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm only zoomed out right here because there's so much going on. I know people don't like this mode during engagements, but I'm trying to catch the third base and the main at once. That was huge, though, and Pinecone's actually going to pick up all those roaches and just roll on out of here, dude. Man.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Terran. Dude, that's funny.
Yeah, a few of them getting dangerously low, though, but they make it out.
Yep,
Jesus.
absolutely, man. So very nice, interesting drop there. All of this has allowed him to, I know it came down before this even went down, but that fourth base is chilling, being able to be used for larva. Take a look back at his base, man. He's got a good amount of Roach Ravagers here, and a push, there's not a huge tank number from JackaL. He's been scrambling to try and keep his mech units alive.
Yeah, so he's building up a pretty nice army here, but as we've kind of mentioned twice now, it's rather immobile. So that was a very good move of Pinecone to try to get in there and split it like that. But when JackaL decides to march, man, this is going to be pretty hard to hold. I think Pinecone's got it just based off of supply alone. It's 168 to 92, but, we'll make things interesting and say that JackaL can definitely do it.
Yep, so. For sure. I mean, good C-tank positioning. Pinecone could definitely get over-eager and throw his units into tanks. Yeah. This planetary out here will add even more of a nice buffer to the damage, so it's gonna be hard for Pinecone to be able to push into this particular location.
Yeah, I just got to hand it to Pinecone. He played that very well. Just constant aggression and then splitting that up. Was just a little bit too much, unfortunately. I do really like this from JackaL, though, building a bunch of turrets, but they're a bit too late right here. This drop is coming in pretty strong. Oh, these Vikings, though. These Vikings are where it's at. He's going to be able to clean that both of them. Oh, okay. Man. I was going to say maybe both of them. Almost. Pinecone unloads a couple Lings immediately to their death, so...
Yeah, very nice. Much better drop defense on that particular one. Those, turrets don't necessarily have to kill the overlords. They just have to get them really low so that the rest of the units can come in and stand a fighting chance at knocking them out of the sky before they drop. But Pinecone's army across the map is looking gigantic, man. Ling, Roach, and Ravager. It doesn't have a ton of complexity to it, but it has a lot of numbers.
Dude, wouldn't it suck if you were a Ling and a Dropper Lord and you start falling down the sky and see like 3 Hellbats and a tank sitting underneath
I know,
you?
right?
Like,
You're
oh,
like,
damn
no,
it.
God,
This
no.
is gonna suck, dude. You never hit the ground. You just die beforehand. But
For sure.
the follow-up from Pinecone is pretty sick. The Hydra play I like a lot. Kind of help out with the Liberators if they do come. But what is he gonna have for these tanks is gonna be the real question, dude. I guess just straight up swarm. I mean, the supply alone.
JackaL is buttoned up pretty nicely, but Pinecone's coming across the map, and he's looking for the fight. JackaL's trying to take his fourth, but he's going to get caught up a little bit here. Tank's unsieged, man. This could be it. I think Pinecone's going to be able to walk in here and just absolutely Shrek this, man. He is clumped up, but there's only one tank sieged. Oh, man. Brutal.
Yeah, we're being called biased right now. No, I mean, it was just supply lead, right? Like, I don't know. My bad, guys. We'll put our bias and privilege in check, guys. I apologize, but that was just very well played from Pinecone, man. JackaL too, though, he just never really got that econ off the ground and running like you need, so. Well played, though, from him, for sure. He just kind of got caught off guard with a little bit too much early aggression, so.
Yep. Yep, absolutely, man. It was a very interesting army composition. I like that style. Like, it's a very strange style of mech. It's still heavily based on the siege tanks and stuff, but the Thors were out early. A lot of Hellbats. It almost caught Pinecone off guard, man. It knocked down the third for sure. So.
Yeah, really, it was just that initial run by that got down. You know, like 8 in the main and then a couple down in the natural too, and there was just really no recovery from there. So, sorry for a bit of bias, but if you look at the graph, it pretty much shows what we were just talking about. So. I'm sorry, Sheer. I've let you down. What's map number 2? Belshir.
It is Belshir.
Cool. Yeah, very well played from Mr. Pinecone there. JackaL too, though. That's just kind of a rough map to try to get your mech up and rolling on. You know, like maybe in a different map that would have worked for sure. So.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, man?
Alright, so our next map will be Belshir. We'll have to see if we can get into this. Okay, Pinecone needs just 30 seconds.
That's
Not
fair.
liking the drone count, to be honest, but no siege. Yeah, that's kind of what we were getting at. The worker count kind of got a little rough there for a while, but he still played well. I think he's got this. On a different map, he'll be alright. I like his chances in Belshir a lot better. That rush distance is, a bit longer.
I think if he had just hadn't been that early Ling attack really kind of set him behind with mech, you have a ton of expensive units, so, getting set behind in your economy, and then also like that Hellbat push, it was really good and it knocked down Zerg's third, but he just didn't have anything to come in behind it.
Yeah.
So with a little bit of adjustments, I think that build, and that strategy could be, super, super strong, and we'll have to see if the map plays into it a little bit better too.
Yep. Interestingly enough, the bets are almost split up. There's only like a 3-point difference between the two bets, so that's kind of cool.
Nice.
Marauder King says if he would have made Marauders, he would have easily won. Well, I like your logic. It's pretty much infallible, dude. Like, how can you argue with that? When a dude's gonna lose, he's gonna lose. Yeah.
Man's gonna lose.
No, I don't know. He was playing well there. It's just like that's too much aggression early on. Dude. It's hard to recover from that. So it's kind of the whole point.
Ling run by was brutal.
Yeah. All right. So let me put up the scoreboard. Our red Terran player in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, currently down 1 point in here, but has the ability to pull this out. I bet with some mech play. It is JackaL.
And his opponent in the top left, currently up 1 game and looking for a win, the Blue Zerg. It is Pinecone.
Think you'll choose him now or what?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm still kind of just like pondering that mech strategy of JackaL, man. That was really interesting. That was a complex army. I think that would take a lot of players off guard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Having to defend against, earlier Thors and Hellbat specifically. I mean, you think that it's going to be maybe Hellbat Cyclone, but nah. That's the you know, those Hellbats were really just super clutch, dude.
Yeah, and I don't even think it was too far off from hitting like a critical mass point or whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately, Pinecone was just out too far ahead in economy, but you're right, man. That was starting to look very, very scary there from that side of things. So it just never really kind of got off the ground and rolling. So.
Yep.
We'll have to see what Pinecone does this time around. Nothing too cheesy. No extremely early pull or anything. So it looks like he's going to try to macro up a little bit. I was going to say if our admins don't have another game lined up, maybe now would be the time to start looking for one. So we should be working our way into semifinals, but I know because of that really, really long round one, maybe we're a bit lopsided on bracket. So yeah, no big deal.
Check the bracket real quick. It
yeah,
looks
let us know how Carter's doing.
All right, weird. So yeah, I mean, this will obviously be semifinals, and the other one's not too far off. It doesn't look like so.
Okay, cool. Is it starting to catch up a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So this SCV is coming up. We're gonna check the third here, make sure that there isn't anything too greedy going down from Pinecone, and there actually isn't. Though I think he may be saving up for it. We'll have to see.
Yeah, do you think this map lends itself to mech play again, or do you think we're gonna get him a bio switch? Well, given that the factory's already down.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be mech.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. Hellions probably come out. I mean, JackaL seemed pretty comfortable with that strategy. And like I said, just a couple adjustments, I think that game would probably turn out differently. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, excuse me. Freddie joining us in chat. What's up, man? How did you do in the tournament? I saw you enter. I haven't been able to look at the bracket just yet, though. So... Estinio asking me in Whisper. I'm gonna put it out in public because it's not a big deal. He asked if you could random. Yeah, dude, we have no problem with that. You don't even have to tell your opponent, like, just normal ladder rules, I guess. Like, do your thing, man. I actually encourage it because, as I said earlier, like, I have pretty mad respect for people that can play all three races, so...
Yeah, for sure. The only thing we don't really allow, unless, you know, it's been pre-agreed upon by the players, is to switch mid, you know, a series. Like if you play Terran in the first and then you play random. But yeah, if you want to play random the whole series or the whole way through, man, we definitely are down with that.
Yeah, that's our rule. Once you pick something, you can't just rotate it all around on people. But yeah, if you pick random, then have fun, dude. We'll probably end up casting that, to be honest, because I love casting random. This is a weird choice from Pinecone, taking this southern third here. Kind of awkward.
Yeah, for sure, man. I wonder, you know, if that's going to be harder to defend. We'll have to see. It may go unscouted for a while.
Yeah, well, maybe that's... I was trying to figure out why you do that. And start the creep spread was one of my other options. But as you said, maybe if it goes unscouted, it'll help out. But I do like this from him, trying to get in an Overlord. Get vision of production. He's going to see the factory with the... Excuse me, with the reactor on it, so that helps.
Yep. Absolutely, man. So good amount of Hellions here and Marines. It looks like he's probably going for that same push. Do we see an armory or anything like that down? Some mines coming out actually here.
Yeah, so he's switching it up just a little bit, but I like that play too. Maybe because he thinks he might get flooded, so he's just trying to D up a little bit for it. I mean, not a bad decision in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, that push last time, I mean, as he was, because he, like I said, he took out the third, but when he went up into the main, there was that big old group of Banelings, and 2 Widowmines could be absolutely devastating to that. But it looks like he's going to pick up these Hellions for a drop at least. So chances are he's probably going to see the third flying over it.
Yeah, well, as we were saying, it could kind of bite Pinecone in the ass here. And the problem here is even if you come try to defend it, you can just pick up an elevator into the main so quickly that this could be disastrous. It's rather hard to defend. But as we say that, he takes his fourth over here out on the horizontal position too, so he won't be out of it, I don't think. Oh, this drop coming in, though. If it's not careful, it'll be picked up by these queens.
Yep, very nice defense by Pinecone, man. Shutting it down, making sure that the Hellions aren't able to drop. Looks like they probably will drop. Okay, over here at what is the third. And they should get good positioning on any lings coming in, being able to tuck behind the minerals, but there aren't any drones over there actually to capitalize on, so can't maximize the damage. Meanwhile, giant ling run by, and Widow Mines are not burrowed currently, man. This could be absolutely brutal.
Oh, man, I think he thought that that wall was completely closed off there, but there was just enough gap for a ling to run through there. Oh, that's unfortunate that its tournament chances could have came down to just an honest mistake, dude. I think he thought that that was completely blocked off there, and he wouldn't be wrong in thinking that. I thought it was too, until those lings juked right past that shit.
Yep, absolutely. So he's having to repair now. He's got 2 factories, but unfortunately he's just panicking, scrambling to get some Hellions in. He will be able to repair this, so it's going to be hard for the lings to... Oh my god, that's so, like, scary to see as a Terran. These two Hellions, you have quite the work cut out for you. As soon as these Banelings come in, they are going to crash right into the supply depots.
Yeah, and look at the follow-up. A ridiculous amount of Lings just streaming in behind this. So a lot of the Banes connecting there with the single SCV. It could have found a lot better damage there, to be honest. But still, this is going to be disastrous if he's not able to get some pretty much godly splits. He needs to land that Viking and just start going. Oh! Holy shit! The mine shots were money. Each one of them getting 8 kills apiece. So.
Yep. Oh my god, dude. Those are coming back. The Banelings finally getting the hits they need. There is one tank, but he is brought down to what looks like 8 workers, man. He's in a tough spot.
Yeah, that was just too much aggression there. Those Bane hits were ridiculous. And the problem was, in the beginning, he had those 2 mines right there at his wall, which would have found disastrous hits on those Lings. But as I said, they just ran straight past that little gap, dude. The gap will get you.
The gap will get you, indeed, man. These Widow Mines will be nice, but with a little bit of micro, Pinecone should be able to dodge them. This tank getting repositioned here, so it could find some damage while that's being moved, but this kind of may enter a bit of an awkward phase here, where Pinecone doesn't really have the tech necessary beyond Baneling Bust to go kill JackaL. Oh god, Widow Mines. Oh! Juicy.
Jesus, man, yeah. So that one went from 8 to 19 on a single hit. Pretty nice there, but I mean, it's all the econ, right? 5 times the amount of workers. That's significant to say the least. This tank up here on the high ground helps out things a lot, though. These Banes aren't going to be able to find any damage. He won't be able to do any run-bys because the Hellions either. So, I mean, it's not like the game is over or anything, but it's going to be really, really hard for JackaL to climb his way out of this. At best, he can just kind of stagnate the inevitable loss, but that's, you know, that you're not supposed to say that as a caster, but shit, man, 10 workers to 51.
Yeah, he is significantly behind. Zerg as well has that 4th base, not only just for minerals, but for the production as well. Kind of unique to Zerg there with the larva. But, I mean, there's one medevac, you know, some Hellbats here, but just not really enough in the way of defense for JackaL. But not really, you know, he can't go offensive either to try and find damage because the creep spread is fantastic. I mean, it's just really hard for him, dude.
Mind the gap, guys. Mind the gap.
For sure.
No, I want to ask him, like, surely he thought that was closed off, right? It's almost not even worth asking because you wouldn't have put it 1 square over had you known. So, damn, it's just one of those things where hindsight's 20/20, man. And because of that one little thing, you know, what a good plan kind of went to waste there. Oh, it's all good though. Shit happens, man. At least he's still in the game and trying to dig his way out of it. So, you know, power to him there. He needs to plant these tanks up with all these Lings coming in.
Oh, his tournament life is on the line, so he wants to make sure that he fights down to the last breath. He does have a lot of Hellbats, and I gotta say, I really like this strategy, man. He always feels like he's... I feel like Pinecone's playing into it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is rare when I would play my latter games of Zerg, that I'm like, well, shit, as Terran, that I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna build Hellbats, and the Zerg's gonna continue to build Lings, man. So, but it makes this look fantastic, because JackaL always looks like he has enough to be able to hold.
Yeah, I really like this from JackaL too, loading up for another drop, trying to come over here and get some damage done. Unfortunately, the medevac is extremely hurt. It's only got 6 health, so if it flies over that spore out there at the 4th, it's going to get destroyed. Yep. Those Lings coming in, trying to find a little bit of damage, getting absolutely destroyed with this mine and tank wall. It's going to be really hard for Pinecone to poke in with this current comp. I think that's kind of what you were getting at earlier, that he's still kind of on the Ling train. But he is switching to Roaches and Hydras, so that'll help out.
Yeah, so it looks like these Hellions trying to come in. They do get 4 workers. The Lings will eventually come in to clean these up. 5 workers, it looks like. Just trying to find whatever damage you can. Banshee being pretty annoying over here, getting some Banelings, so that's nice.
Mines and mules. They're saying nukes, dude. I love that idea. All right. Give us some nukes then.
So insane, I wonder if Innovation took over, if he could come back from this. Wouldn't that be impressive? Like, someone should do like a YouTube series of like someone getting in a situation and then a pro player takes over. And I
want to remake the game and make him shore up his wall and then have him do it. Like, all right, dude, your 1 square fucked you over. Like, go build a supply depot and we'll try it again. So, but like, I don't know. But yeah, no, you guys have a cool point too. Inno would probably be able to win it from here. He's like, 31 workers is all I need. That's actually 20 too many. He just suicides them across the map. He's like, I just want to prove a point at this. Nah, that'd be hilarious though. Just Jordan joining us in chat. What's up, man? Nice to see you. Proxy tip is tight. Gauntlet
Yeah,
hype.
for sure, man. Go check out Gauntlet StarCraft. I'm sure a lot of you guys already do. They are a gigantic channel. But if you didn't know, check out Proxy Tempest too. They definitely do awesome content, and it's always between us, them, and Gauntlet. Like very, we cover, I think, a lot of the days of the week, man. So there's always something to be watched on StarCraft. A lot of people putting out great content.
Dude, Pinecone's macro is pretty nice, eh? Like that creep spread is pretty phenomenal.
I wonder if all these overlords, like, dude, he's got these. I wonder if these are for dropper lords, or if that's just where he rallies his stuff.
Oh, please. Oh, my God. Ravager drops. I need this Pinecone. Nah, but look at the supply. I'm not even going to say it in the overused voice, but damn, man. 169 to 85.
Pinecone
That's rough.
In a commanding position. The creep spread basically just, like, tells you the story of the game. Like, Pinecone, he just owns the map. Terran, doing whatever he can to try and stay in this game, and he does have a small little mech army here, but it's got a lot of backbone to it with the Thor there. But I just don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, and does he even know that he made the Roach Hydra switch yet? I don't know how much scouting he's been able to get done on this main army here. So, I mean, it could be disastrous if he still thinks he's just straight link floating, but he's kind of got to know that he's transitioning out of it. So, never mind. That's kind of silly. So.
Yeah, man. It's pretty so the fourth base is flying out here from JackaL, man. Small moves like this, being kind of brave and taking chances, could pay off for him and allow him to get back into the game. Pinecone, though, moving up onto his fifth base, man.
Jesus. Just Jordan says I came to check on my boys. 2 round 1 losses, rip. Well, you guys can't win it all. Jesus, you guys take home the trophy every single week.
Yeah.
Give someone else a chance. No, I'm just messing
We
around.
always
I love
hit
you
like
guys.
the round of 8, and it's like 6 just players.
Yeah, like I'm like, holy fuck, boys. But no, we got nothing but love for you guys. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. I do like the fact that JackaL's at least trying, right? Like, he's making all the correct moves.
I'm not sure that he has seen what we've seen in the Zerg army across the map, though. But I mean, his tournament life is on the line. Anybody in their right mind would stick it out until their army's, dead, or they, are getting their eco rocked. And I think seeing this army, he'll know exactly what he's up against. Try and get himself into position. And here we go with the last fight, man. This one tank.
Yeah, like we knew he was screwed, but at least he was trying, and he was making pretty good moves. He almost completely made up all the worker difference, but unfortunately just not enough. He's been swarmed. It was 174 supply to 60 there at the end of it, so that just kind of tells the tale. And Pine